Welcome to Designing Your Signature Style with your host, Jill Valerie Boyd, stylist and author of Ageless and Iconic, Looking Fabulous at Any Age. The series of podcasts is an examination of what constitutes your signature style for you to become immediately recognized and unforgettable. Welcome to Designing Your Signature Style with Jill Valerie Boyd. Your image is your brand.
Become a ravishing, timeless bride with Gabriel Noda, international renowned expert in hair and makeup. Before immigrating to the United States, Gabriel owned and operated 2 modeling schools in South America, and now over the past 30 years in the United States, Gabriel has worked at modeling agencies and cosmetic companies, and now he specializes in bridal makeup and hair and tutorials in his Miami, Florida studio. You will learn how to become a ravishing, timeless bride, what it means to have that HD look, and how to achieve highlighting and why it's so important. And lastly, choosing the right foundation for your bridal makeup will make all the difference in your indoor, outdoor, or combination weddings.
When it comes to bride makeup, it's not what we see nowadays that are so intoxicating ideas and concepts, many colors, and people are afraid of makeup nowadays because of the many people, and which I love, young people, to really creating a new techniques. Remember that this is something so important that is going to be timeless. Timeless in a sense that she's going to look at those pictures and she's going to be in the first generation to their children, and then from the second generation. I was still seeing my mother, telling me that at that time she did her own makeup. So imagine that. So my nieces, my nephews, and are looking at those pictures also. So it's 3 generations like that. So imagine how important it is to wear makeup. Even nowadays, no one can be in television without makeup. So that's how important it is to wear makeup. The reason that we make you look beautiful is to connect and bring out the inner beauty that is important. So things so that connection, the more you look beautiful inside, the more you're going to connect, empower with your self-esteem, make it higher, and then you will walk down the aisle with your head high. And that's what is the art of makeup. Not because you wanted to add color, because the thing is that people are having a different ideas of makeup nowadays because we have so many techniques. The thing is that makeup is supposed to enhance you. So you're supposed to enter to a place at the altar, and then we'll see you how beautiful you are, but not actually how beautiful the makeup is. So we're not going to see makeup. We're going to see you. We're going to see you, in a very well HD professional way. Okay, and that's why it's important to use makeup. The reason that we use contour and highlighting is actually because we have flaws that we don't see it in regular eyes. So the flaws become more visible when you are in a camera. That's one of the reasons that Max Factor created contouring and highlighting many years ago, almost like in the 1920s. So he was creating that because of the fact that he wanted to capture in camera the best of the actresses. And imagine to have a close-up of an actress in a camera, so you will see all the flawless, right, all the imperfections, the noses that are not perfect for your face, and the things so minimize it. So that's one of the reasons that we use contouring and highlighting to create the most incredible features and to bring out the best features that are not detected by a regular eye. So that's one of the reasons that we recommend to use makeup and hair to be looking great in every angle that a photographer will capture. So imagine we concentrate only in the front part and maybe seeing the bride from the face, in the front, So imagine that we had to see her also from profile. We had to see her from the back, because those are the angles that not only the photographer will capture, but her audience, her family, the invite, the guests that they're going to see her coming down the aisle. They're going to see her profile. They're going to see the back. They're going to see everything, and she will look be flawless. So those things, I think, are best handled by a professional. And the thing is, I don't expect because you are a bride, you just wanted to look natural, just only lipstick and that's it. We are preparing you to look good on camera, to look good on high definition. It's like looking good on television, looking good on, like I said, in every single angles of yourselves. Sometimes brides pay so much attention, to the dresses and the parties and the linens and the flowers and all that. But the things that the most important thing, besides all of that, and I think it's one of the most important things, is actually the way you look, because they're going to remember you, your face, your emotions, that she was happy, she was tearing, look how wonderful she looks. And then we start looking at the dress, of course, the flowers and all the rest of the things. You understand? But makeup, I think, talks for you, and that's why it's so important. Foundations, normally I view it's not according to skin type. Of course, you have to take care of the skin with the proper skincare that goes geared to your condition of the skin to really make your skin to look normal or depending on the type of weather. So foundations to me are more of which location are you going to be in. Because things that we live in South Florida and the things that we can go to destination weddings, but actually we need to know exactly the weather. We need to know the humidity that's going to be that day specifically. The things that those things are important because we need your makeup to last up to 12 hours. Sometimes we're not there. Sometimes we're not hired to retouches. So things about we rely on our cosmetic, on our brand, actually that really makes the job of supporting or holding into makeup for so many hours, 12 hours. But foundations are very important. Primer is very important because the primer makes also the foundation and the whole entire makeup look good because it creates a barrier that shows a blurring effect, reducing lines, pores, and making the makeup like you don't see makeup, the traces of makeup. So foundations you have the water hydrating foundation, which is a very light sheer foundation that it can be in air conditioning or in a cool place for say 8 hours, 10 hours, or it has a holding time only to be out on say summer temperatures of 2 hours, only 2 hours outdoor. So that means that she's going to have to, after 2 hours, go in, refresh herself, add a little bit of the makeup on the face, and then adding a little more powder to set it, and then she can go out after for another 2 hours to be outdoor, outdoor in humidity. So that's the water hydrating foundation. Then we have the water oil-free foundation. With the water oil-free foundation, she can be indoor for the 12 hours, but also in an outdoor for longer period of time, let's say for 4 hours. But actually, it's a very light, transparent, very sheer, so she's not going to look like she has tons of makeup, but very natural. Those are the type of foundations that I would recommend for people that really wanted to look natural. When they say, I never wore makeup in my life, I just wanted it to look as natural as I can, So even the freckles will show a little bit, which they're in, and then, of course, we can cover imperfections like hyperpigmentation and also broken capillaries and also rosacea. So those are the things that we use for water. Now we have one special one, a foundation that really covers 100% for women that has more of an imperfection of the skin, but also it's a matte finish. It hydrates with a cucumber, which is one of the best botanical ingredients that can go inside. It can be indoor for the 12 hours, but outdoor, she can be dancing and everything, and she's not going to have to worry about retouching for as long as she wanted, like 4 hours retouching. In 4 hours, she has to a little bit retouch on the nose area, but it really holds on to, withstand all the kisses and hugging that's going to be that day. But also, she can be outdoor. She can be like a wedding on the beach, like wedding on the field, on the farm. All those weddings are beautiful weddings outdoor. So that's our cream to powder makeup. And then the last and the least, of course, is the cream foundation. I love this foundation because it covers 100%, but at the same time, it hydrates. So it gives you the beautiful glow, dewy skin. But at the same time, she can be outdoor for at least like 2 hours, same as the water, and then for indoor, looking wonderful. Those are the ones that I use for women after 30, that they're going to look their best, but hydrate their skin. Now, remember one thing. All of those actually functions of the foundation work better if you drink water. Now, remember one thing, Jill, that most of the women, most of the brides, they always had the rehearsal dinners. They have the day before. So that's an opportunity for them, to drink more than usual. So when you're drinking, the problem is that you're dehydrated. So your skin is going to be dehydrated the day of the wedding, which is the worst. So they have to start drinking water before we go there. And that's what we tell them, to do. And then the thing is also they're going to hold the makeup, wonderful. Never seen someone that is perfectly flawless in a sense. The skin under your eyes get affected by what you eat, what you drink, and what you do the day before. So I remember every time that I go to sushi, I get swollen around the eye area because I eat soy. Soy has a high content of salt. So anything that we do, it really makes your skin. Remember that your skin, besides that it tells you the temperature and it tells you exactly how you look from inside. Remember that the reason that we do makeup and the reason that we make you look beautiful is to connect and bring out the inner beauty that is important. So that connection has to be. So the more you look beautiful inside, the more you're going to connect it, because that makes you empowered with your self-esteem, make it higher, and then you will walk down the aisle with your head eye high. And that's what is the art of makeup.
Thank you for listening to Jill's Designing Your Signature Style podcast. Before you go, here's Jill's final thought.
I leave you with these recommendations. Your bridal makeup should be top priority in your wedding planning. If you're a makeup artist and wanting to hone your skills, Gabriel is the best teacher. And if you're in school to learn makeup techniques, that's the best thing you can do for your career, is take an intensive course with Gabriel Noda. Contact Gabriel at gabrielproductions.com or on Facebook. Special thanks to Gabriel Noda for his time and expertise, and to you, the listener on this podcast. This is Jill Valerie Boyd. See you again.